So with the pathetic reveal of the second version of Silverwolf that Hoyo is trying to sell you, it's hard for me to put into words how lazy this is. It was one thing for Don Hying's most recent 5-star to barely change at all, but this is just a whole other level of laziness from Hoyo. And I know that this company is very lazy, but this is actually ridiculous. The extent that they're willing to go to when it comes to just feeding their audience that will accept anything, a character that literally looks almost identical to the original design, and then they have the nerve to put it on a banner instead of giving it away for free. Like, you can't tell me at first glance that this character does not look the exact same as the original Silverwolf. I get that Hoyoverse has a talent for brainwashing millions of people at the same time, but at this point, I'm looking to get hired at this company, because if all I have to do is literally take a character that's already in the game and then maybe give them some extra equipment or something, not even change their color scheme, and still get paid at the end of the day, that sounds awesome. I hear all this talk about devs working so hard and things taking months in advance to plan. Do you think that these guys really sat in an office for months designing this? Let's please not act like this took a lot of work or anything. And look, there was about 8 weeks of nothing going on towards the end of 3.8. So I expected a little bit more effort here, but it looks like everybody was just on vacation for about 7.5 of those weeks. Actually, I might be too generous, because this design right here probably took an hour max. This has got to be the laziest SB recolor, whatever you want to call it, reskin I've ever seen from Hoyoverse, and that is saying something. Look at this shit, dude. Literally, right? Longer hair, the weak ass Thanos gauntlet, whatever this is, and maybe her belt is different or something. This is so fucking trash. I am completely dead serious right now. I think that this could be a Chat GPT made redesign. I think they could have just put this into AI. That would be insane if a human didn't even make this and it was just AI. But honestly, I think that could be what happened here. Look, the glasses are a little different right here, maybe, and there's no bunny ears. This is so, at first glance, look at this. Okay, look at the screen and then look away real quick and then look back. You can't tell me that literally does not look like the same character. If you do exactly what I just said, I promise you, it'll look the exact same. Look away, look back. I just did it. Boom. It looks like the same character. And then look at this right here, right? Daniel, the cooler Daniel. It's the same picture. They could have done better. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Evernight actually looks way better than March 7th. I will give them that. Evernight looks incredible. I would actually pull for Evernight if I was still playing the game every single day. But you look at this and it looks the exact same. I'm sorry, it looks the exact same. This is a $1 billion company. Once again, I know people hate when I bring that up for some reason, but it is. It's a $1 billion company. And you can't change the character enough to the point where you can only point out like 2 or 3 things that are different at first glance. The longer hair, Thanos gauntlet, whatever. And then don't even get me started on this. Look, I'm not even gonna show the side-by-side comparison, because when I tell you, look, it's literally yellow in these red areas, and that's it. That's it. I'm about to start tearing up, bro. This is like, I really do feel bad at this point for the people that are so brainwashed by this company to think that this shit is okay. This is the same thing as the original Trailblazer skin. This is the same thing. And it literally just has red instead of yellow. That is literally it. This is like the peak. I thought that Silverwolf design was fucking lazy, which it is. That Chat GPT ass design. But this right here is just, I can't believe this. Wait, I actually love the red. It's giving Sora from Kingdom Hearts 3D. Yeah, for sure. For sure, actually. Wow, Why didn't I think of that? So where's the new outfit? It's right here. What do you mean? It's right here. As you can see, Trailblazer new outfit. Duh. Like, how do you not see the difference? It's red. And then you can bet anything that there's already a wave of defenders ready to back up Hoyoverse on this, free of charge, of course. That's right, for $0. They will literally sit up here all day and defend this garbage like their life depends on it. You know what? You can sit here and defend this lazy design for a character all day, but just because people you don't like are talking bad about it, or it's your favorite game of all time, does not mean that what Hoyo is doing is okay. What I really want to know is that in your heart of hearts, do you really somehow think that this is okay? If you can admit that to me deep down, that's all I want. But I know egos are too big for defenders to admit that Hoyo is just taking a fat dump on them. So I'm not expecting anyone to actually call them out for this stuff. But if you can at least admit it to me deep down that this is ridiculous, then that's great. But you know what? It's great that at least some creators are pointing this out, because the bigger creators in the HSR space are the only hope for this game that it will ever get any changes. And Kekvin is usually the first one to really call things out like this. And fortunately, he did. But even when a creator of this size is calling things out in the HSR community, he is still getting a ton of hate for it just because he's calling something out in somebody's favorite game. You should not be so attached to a gacha game that you will literally jump off of a cliff if Sparksy told you to. It's okay for a big update to be garbage and you still love the game. And it's definitely okay for you to admit something as simple as, okay, you know what? That design is lazy as shit. And it's crazy that they're gonna go ahead and charge us $400 for the same damn character. And of course, right, the conversation is always just going to be brought back to Wuthering Waves somehow. But I've always said I don't even think that Wuthering Waves is the greatest game ever or anything. So I still find it funny when people bring the conversation back to tribalism. Like, yes, because I'm calling the laziest design in Hoyoverse history lazy, that means I'm being tribalistic. And Wuthering Waves is my favorite game. When in reality, anyone should realize what's going on here, and that's the fact that these HSR devs literally do not care anymore, and they are showing you in broad daylight the type of effort that they can put into the game, and they will still make millions of dollars per month, and they will still have thousands of people defending these actions on all platforms using the craziest arguments you've ever seen. Like this guy whose name I might have to blur out because I feel bad. He says, I don't see a issue here. What exactly is lazy about her design? And don't say it's basically her normal one, because that's the laziest answer to give. What the hell are you talking about? Yes, people definitely overglaze Wuthering Waves from time to time. But let me tell you what, Honkai Star Rail is easily the most overglazed shit show in the gacha space. It's rare to see Genshin and ZZZ get to this level of laziness, so any slander that they are getting for this Silver Wolf design is deserved. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this far if you have. You look cute today. Peace.